Hey, it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. I want to zoom in and focus in on a dynamic that we see in relationships with malignant covert narcissists or psychopathic individuals. Those people who have an inflated and grandiose sense of self-importance and coupled with a lack of empathy, the inability to understand, feel, relate to, and connect compassionately with the feelings, needs, wishes, and desires of another. And so it creates a real sort of gap or delay in their relationship with others. And namely, I want to focus in on really what I would call the mislabeling of others, and what is also known as kind of a negative validation or an invalidation of others in their world, in their relationships. And whether it's a parent, a friend, a sibling, a boss, a coworker, this mislabeling or negative invalidation can take the form of projection or a sort of forceful opinion or negative reflection of you, onto you or your qualities that they really don't perceive, that they are then using a negative validation, invalidation, or a mislabeling of you in order to suit their needs, in order to really exploit, take advantage of, and cause you to feel less than and get sucked into the catapult or chasm of self-doubt. And that is when they will basically mislabel you. In other words, mirror you incorrectly, erroneously. They will, if you, for example, if you are sick, you are depressed, you are not well, and you are have fibromyalgia or lupus or cancer or some sort of ailment, some real disease, they're not oftentimes going to treat you with compassion, empathy, and understanding in soft tones and speech and things of this nature. Oftentimes there's a mislabeling, a negative validation or an invalidation. They might reflect back to that person that they are such a bum, that they are stupid, that they are slow, and they won't really embrace the reality. They will really kind of be living in denial of who you are, or really mislabel or mismirror you healthfully or accurately for who you are, what you're feeling, what you're going through in a very supportive, or what should be a very supportive or nurturing manner. Rather than saying, "What can I do to help you?" They're more coming at the relationship with kind of a combative conflict consciousness that is based on lack of empathy. And so they will, basically not embrace you, not be very inclusive, and say things very much to the contrary, which is belittling, criticizing, or condemning, making you feel like that there's something, that is, not not right about you, that there's something inherently wrong, even though what you're going through is a stage, or your feelings are hurt. They're going to mislabel you and and make you feel like an outsider, or that you're not talented, you're not smart, you're not intelligent, you're not attractive. And it's the negative invalidation, which is oftentimes a mislabeling. It's a mismirroring or a misvalidation of who you are, and it's because they don't have the ability to reflect back to you the positive, the good, the true. Because of these primary characteristics of these types of individuals, they're not able to. They just don't have the personality wiring to be able to do this. And so oftentimes people then have put them on such a pedestal or idealize these people that they take their negative reflection at face value. Basically, they inadvertently agree or subconsciously agree with their negative assessment, and then furthermore feel and evaluate themselves based on this mislabeling. You're right, I am not worthy. I am a bum. I am a scum of the earth. I'm not talented. I am stupid. I am, lazy. All these different things that cause you to then negatively evaluate yourself based on their personality deficit. So it's really sort of it's an internalization of their pathology, if you will. Where really you've kind of internalized their disease and then evaluated yourself according to them, according to their misperception. So be very well aware of this presence in your life. This experience of being mislabeled by this individual, realize why it was, where it came from within you and your life and your feeling, and let go of it. Let go of that negative self-assessment. Don't live by those tenets or self-determination of your personality. Realize that those were put in place perhaps by an unhealthy individual who was not able to be there for you, be supportive, nurturing, loving, caring, and compassionate, because if they did not have the ability, they don't have the ability to give, which they do not have. So, really kind of erase or get out of your system, purge it from your system through the awareness and consciousness that you don't possess these negative qualities. Realize that it was put there in place like a seed or like an energy vibration that is built into your wiring emotionally now, because oftentimes that negative validation is now in you emotionally, which is energy in motion, which means it's at the subconscious level. It directs how you feel. It directs your emotions, and it directs really your beliefs, which are, another intangible, which is your self-trust, your belief in yourself, and your faith really in yourself, your life, and what you can accomplish, and what you allow yourself to have, be, do, or become. So it can really block you. It can really stifle you. It can really stunt your personal growth if you're living by these negative tenets, if you're living by these negative self-beliefs, if you're living by that mislabeling of yourself. And so you really need to let those go and understand the cause of what set this into motion in your life, and then clear that out, come back to a clear slate and realize that you have the positive emotion, and begin that with safety and the I am, the feeling of safety, the feeling of self-acceptance and gratitude, and kind of come from that more positive and safe space and begin to now redefine and re-identify with yourself, if you will. Re-identify with the self and say, okay, now I'm going to take you to the positive place. I've got you from here. I've got you now. I'm going to love, embrace, and cherish and protect you and guide you and direct you to what you really need in your life. And we're going to do it with a smile. We're going to do it with ease. We're going to do it with love and care and compassion. And I'm going to speak to you gently, and I'm going to guide you into the next steps of your life. And then furthermore, begin to get a vision for yourself, your personal experience, and begin to see life through new eyes now. Your own eyes, your own perception, not really the fog and haze and really sort of the narcissistic cataract that had been put in place while you were perhaps surrounded and engulfed by and enmeshed by this person, and begin to redirect and re-envision and recreate your life, moving forward, your vision really of where you're going. Begin to come from this place, and then really allow yourself to then feel and smile within your new blueprint, the new you, the real you, the authentic you, and being kind of in life in that authentic self. And if you can take that and, that's part of the recovery date, is beginning to feel it, begin to trust it, begin to believe it, and just allow yourself little by little to get into that space, and then furthermore to take new energy and motion from that space. Whether it's, picking up a hammer and fixing something, whether it's picking up a sewing needle and making something, whether it's, going for a walk in a place where you've wanted to live and talking to a few of the people there, or talking to the real estate agent, or talking to the park district about what it's like, or, taking an afternoon and spending, an afternoon in these places where you'd want to pursue the arts or food or entertainment or music or crafts or painting, or any of the myriad things that you can research in your area, or travel to an expo, something that you've wanted to pursue. Now give yourself the permission to go on those recovery dates and be that person, and furthermore, really do the work of defining yourself from the positive space versus the negative invalidation, which is really at the hands of a covert, malignant, narcissist, or psychopathic individual. It's peace and harmony with you here today, and I hope that these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and your support.